Every day across the UK, emergency operators receive thousands of calls. Most come from people in crisis, others from accidental dials, and some from lines that should never have been active at all. But hidden within the daily chaos of 999 calls are a small number of cases that defy explanation. Incidents documented by police, logged by operators, and witnessed by trained professionals who swear they experienced something they still can't explain. Tonight, we explore true UK 999 calls that many believe were paranormal. The derelict care home, Merseyside, documented in 2015. Just after midnight, a 999 operator received a call reporting screaming coming from an abandoned care home in Merseyside. The building had been shuttered for years, no power, no residents, and no staff. Multiple neighbours claimed they heard a woman shouting help, objects crashing, repeated banging from the upper floors. 2 officers arrived on the scene. The front doors were chained shut, undisturbed since the council sealed them. But as the officers circled the building, they heard it too, a woman crying out from the 3rd floor, clear, desperate and human. Backup was called and a locksmith cut the chain. Officers entered with torches, and inside there was dust 2 inches thick, no footprints, no recent disturbance, and no woman. They searched every floor. Silence. When they left the building, one officer remarked, "The screams stopped the second we stepped inside. The building remains empty to this day." The silent caller in Northamptonshire. Operators received a silent emergency call. No speech, no breathing, just a faint background noise. When the call was traced, the address flagged as a dangerous structure, unoccupied. The police arrived to find a boarded up house, no utilities and no phone line connected. They forced their way inside after hearing what sounded like shuffling footsteps and a faint knocking from upstairs. The house was empty, but in the living room, officers found something chilling. The old landline phone that made the call had no wire. The socket had been ripped out of the wall years earlier. The call had come from a phone that physically could not function. The operator recording exists, though never released to the public. The roadside apparition, A9, Scotland. The A9 near Inverness has long been considered a dangerous and haunted stretch of road. One night, a driver called 999 in a panic, reporting a woman standing in the middle of the carriageway, pale, unmoving, staring directly at oncoming traffic. Officers were dispatched quickly. When they arrived, the driver was still in shock. He insisted she had only vanished seconds before their lights appeared. Police searched both directions with torches, thermal cameras and even dogs. Nothing. But this wasn't an isolated incident. Over the years, the same description has been logged repeatedly. A silent woman in outdated clothing appearing on the road, causing drivers to brake hard or swerve. One officer later admitted off record, People think they're hallucinating until they describe the same woman we've heard about for decades. The child's voice in the vacant flat, Essex. In Essex, a 999 operator answered a call from what sounded like a young child crying. The words were faint, but the operator heard, "Mummy, Mummy, help!" A call like this is treated as the highest priority. Officers reached the address within minutes. The flat door was locked from the inside. Fire crew gained entry. Inside there was no child, no adults, no furniture. The flat had been vacant for months and the electricity was disconnected. The call recording was reviewed. Experts confirmed the voice was a child, but no children lived in the building at the time and none had been reported missing nearby. One officer later said, "We all heard it and we all searched every inch of that place. Whatever made that call wasn't there." These cases remained logged in the UK Emergency Service records. They weren't ghost stories told in pubs or rumours passed between locals. They were treated as genuine emergencies. Investigated by trained professionals, witnessed by multiple responders, and yet none of them could ever be explained. Some say these calls are echoes of past tragedies, moments trapped in time, replaying long after the living have gone. Others believe they are spirits reaching out in the only way they can, a cry for help from the other side. But one thing is certain, when a 999 call comes through, operators must always answer, because sometimes the living aren't the only ones trying to make contact. I'm Rebecca and this is Ghost Watchers Northwest, and these are the true paranormal 999 calls of the United Kingdom. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and join me for more spooky stories if you dare.